Hello, welcome back to The Broken Doll, and today I come to you with this Valentine's Day doll again. Okay, I've done some sanding on her, and the thing that I'm going to talk to you about is about grits. Now, I've been using a 180 grit on this, and it's starting to leave lines in the plaster here that I put on her. When that starts to happen, you gotta find a finer grit. And I've went to a 600 right now, and I have a 380, I think it is here, that I've been using as well. A 320 as well. This is a little bit a little bit more grittier. Now listen to this one here, a little bit softer. You got to just test them. And so sometimes you can buy a multi-pack. That's the best way to start off if you have never used grits before. I'm not an expert. I just know that this was sent to me by a lady, so I'm using her stuff up right now. She got into restoring and she stopped, and so she sent me a box of her stuff that she got into, along with some milliput and all this wonderful sandpaper that she bought. But the thing is that doesn't matter. The grit can start to leave lines in your plaster here. And the reason why you don't want those lines is because your paint will pick that up. So any lines that are in there, you want to get those out. So the softer it is, it goes over and it takes those lovely little lines out. And that's what I'm doing right now, just taking little lines out. This is starting to look really nice. I'm happy with it. Now I do want to put another coat over this one more time. Just go over this set overnight. And it's now about going on 8 o'clock. It's about 20 to 8. So I want to put another coat on that. But at the same time, I'm going to put a coat on the front of the face as well. So we want to start coming in here and just start getting all this looked after as well. So let's do some of that. So then because the reason why I'm leaving to go to the front now, this is becoming less to work on back here. And this is really nice in here, not so pitty. It might look it, but it doesn't feel it. It feels a little bit on the soft side. If I feel it needs more, if I paint, I can always sand the paint off. If it dries, the paint is dried, and I go, you know what, it's just not laying right the way I like it to be. I can sand that off and put more plaster on and sand again. I've done it before. I might just do it before I paint. But right now we're going to move on. I go over the whole head one more time before I start painting. I look at all over, and if I think it needs anything more, I go for it, you know. I'm not done with this eye yet. I think this eye could use a little bit more help with some milliput. But I want to look at the legs and sand the legs as well. And if they need more milliput in areas, then I'll make a bit more milliput up than what I just need for an eye, and I can do all my milliputting at once. So let's start again. Open up our putty, and we're going to, well, we'll start at the back of the head. Let's get my glove off. Your glove is everything, too, to get the... And a nice microfiber. If you can invest in a nice microfiber, don't have to be the expensive ones, just a nice one here. And I mean, I just shook my towel out, went outside, shook it out. We're starting fresh again. Keeping my area as clean as possible, but never perfect, of course, you know. But let's start with the back of the head. I want to go over this here. You can tell I'm building up all in this area here, so now I'm going to build on top of that again. So let's go at it again. And we're just going to come down in this area in here again, and we're going to build up. It's just about building and making it more rounder to the head. So I'm not feeling that bump in there. The paint will pick up the bump. You know what? I may never ever get it to be complete the way I want it, but you know, if I can make it somewhat better, why not? You know, this is what it's about. Maybe we'll go over this one more time. We'll put another nice coat of this stuff going across just to help it out. We're here. Got the fingers mucked in it. Let's just do it. What really helped to keep the rolls of the fat, of the baby fat here, was I took the sandpaper and edged it like this and went right into the crevices like this, and it all came out. Not a problem. And I didn't feel it deep anyways. I kept it thin. That's what you want to do, is keep it thin. When it comes to this, up in this area here, you want to keep it thin as you can, because this is hard to dig out those, like when you got a lot of baby rolls and all that. But keep it away from the hairline, because you got to dig that all out of the hairline. And the problem is, if you get it into the hair, you could sand out the hair. So that's the problem. So you want to really make sure that you're there we go. There we go. Just want to stay out of this hairline in here. All right. Now we're moving a little bit more. I want to come up in this ear area here. We'll do some sanding around the ears. There we go. All right. So now we're going to come up and just start. We're going to stay away from the hair. You stay away from the hairline. Always, I'm saying that a lot because I don't want you to lose your hairline when you're doing your own, if you're doing your own doll. Now I'm careful where I go around. There's a dimple by the chin here, so in the chin right here, there's a dimple. So I don't want to fill that in. I want to remember that there's a dimple there, so I'm going to go around that dimple. All those little accent, what identifies the doll as a chubby little baby and everything, you want to make sure that you're keeping a lot of that. Be sensitive to those areas. See, there was an area, is that a, no, that's not a dimple. I thought that was a dimple. Is there dimples on this doll? No, there's no dimples on this doll. That was just a chunk. Oh, that's a chunk taken out of the doll. Okay, that's okay. I thought it was a dimple in the cheek. The reason why I'm talking to you so much about the hairline, staying away from the hairline, is because I've done it before. I've mucked myself into a mess, thinking that I could get it out. No, well, you can, but it's a lot of work. And I said, never again. I will remember not to do that. And if I'm ever going to show anybody how to do this, I'll be talking about that big time, huge, to stay away from all that. We're filling in areas. This is what we're doing. There's little tiny little nick marks that my knife did, plus what play has done over the years, and the doll hitting in places where it should never have been hit. That's what happens with composition. But my knife has done some damage as well. It cannot be helped when you're trying to get the paint off. You're going to nick your doll. So you have to fix that once you once you've decided to restore your doll. Understand that you're going to have to do some go back and do some work on, that you've done as well. But it's stuff that can't be helped. You got to get in there and now this is just a thin layer too. I'm not putting thick stuff on. I don't want to. I want to do this slowly, and I want to do this. Slow enough that I'm just taking off a little bit. Add, take off, add. But you don't take it all off. As you can see on the back here, I didn't take it all off. I'm just taking off what I feel along the way. So here we go. As this baby dries, I'm going to work on some, I took out a great big thing of clothes that needs to be stored at Barbie clothes. A friend of mine, Janet, I've talked to you about her, how I sent her money, and she's an elderly lady, and she lives in Iowa, and I send her money, and she sends me boxes of her dolls that she's collected over the years. And so anyways, I send her so much every so often to her, and then she adds it all up, and then she sends me a box. And she wants her dolls to go into somebody's hands that's going to love them, you know, when her day comes that she passes away. And so anyways, she called me up one day and we got talking, and next thing you know, there we were. She was saying to me, we made this agreement. And I said, sure, you know, and she has sent me some very lovely dolls. So there's a box on its way to me right now. It's in Chicago right now, so it's coming. It's about, when it gets to Chicago, it won't be much longer. It'll be across the border to me here. So I'm excited to get it, to see what she has sent me. She excites me all the time, all the stuff she tells me that she's put into the box. So I can't wait to get it. So we'll be having a box opening coming up here of that wonderful, wonderful box that she's sending me. And we'll see what surprises lay lay in store for me here. So I'm excited to get it and share it with everybody on YouTube here. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up here. So I probably won't be in. I'm expecting it to be maybe the end of this week or next week for sure. We don't have mail delivery on weekends, so mail still keeps moving, but it doesn't. It's not delivered. So, anyways, there we go. It's a very thin layer of spackling on the doll, and now we're just going to let it sit and let it dry and fill up all those little holes that that were made by my knife or by play. So we'll see how that works out. But I think that looks pretty good. You know, I think we've done wonderful. We've left the little dimple in the chin, and yeah, she had her mask put on her. So I hope you like what you see here. As you can see, it's little by little by little. That's why I told you I want to work on the head first, because it was the most damaged. Mind you, the legs, there's some of those legs there, one of the legs there that's really got a lot of work to be done on it, but we'll get to that. And I don't rush this because I'm retired and I've got lots of time to work on these dolls. And I'm excited to get her done. I was hoping to have her done by Easter, but I did not realize Easter was coming early this year, and there's just no way. Not with the damage that's done on her. And I don't like rushing my dolls. I really don't. I like taking my time and enjoying their journey to being beautiful again. So no rush. We have a lot of other holidays coming up. At least I'll have her done by Christmas. Well, she'll be done way before Christmas. Way before Christmas. I'm hoping to have her. What's coming up, a Canadian holiday is coming up, is Victoria Day. We celebrate Queen Victoria's birthday. Don't ask me why, but we do. And so Queen Vicky gets her birthday. But you know what? It's a holiday and I like it. So we're not arguing with it. But so maybe I can have her done for that. And that's in May. May 20th, 22nd, something like that. Her birthday is. I think it's the third Monday or something like that of the month they have it. So if not by then, maybe for Canada Day, which is July 1st. But I'm pretty sure we'll have her done in time. So for Queen Vicky's birthday. There we go. We can put her in the red, white, and blue British colors. Woo, woo. So, all right. Thank you for joining me. And anybody just passing by, subscribe. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and a comment down below. I read them all. Any questions, I'll try to answer them. So thanks again for dropping by and listening to me and seeing how the Valentine baby is coming along. Bye-bye.